And the Golden Gophers will kick it off to get us underway. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. First down here for the offense. They'll go to the ground. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. Looking to the big tight end. Got a man in the middle. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Terrapins are in the hurry-up.
A nice job by the offense there, attacking the middle of the field. Excellent route, finding the soft spot in the defense. Nice job by the quarterback putting it right on his guy.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. It's caught. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. And the Terrapins have their offense in high gear. Slams it ahead. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Looking for a productive play on first down. They go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Grosmer. Fires to the right. And the pass hits, picked off. He'll try to take it back. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Terrapins! What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense, go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. To To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Got his man on the right. Still on his feet at the 45. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
They'll throw it on first down. And it's picked off. Got some room to run at the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Maryland! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job on making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team. Looking for a deep man. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and just on to the next down.
Fast motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Crosses the 30. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. The Golden Gophers will hustle to the line. Looking to go up top on first down. The sure hands, it's Jackson. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. He tries to take the top off. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. The defender was right there.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. To the air, it's Brosmer. Keeps looking downfield. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And he's bounced out of bounds, but not before a very productive pickup.
Nice execution by the offense on third down, understanding what they had to do to get the first down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. The give to the tailback. Tackle is made after a pickup of 6 down to the 19-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. He's run out of bounds. Play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Maryland 21, Minnesota 0.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line.
42 Spider. 4-2.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Now they're going to throw it. Quarterback now breaking the field. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota! After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 to get them back in the ballgame.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
The lone back's got it. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking downfield, it's Edwards. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
This defense needed something to go right, man. They're down big already in the first half. Get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This could start some momentum going back the other direction.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the returner will be brought down. Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. These guys scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Now a chance to really dig their way out of this hole.
Yeah, and it's complimentary football, right? Offense doing their job, scoring, defense getting the stop. Offense has got the ball right back. Palmer, go back to that last drive, revisit it, and rehash some of the same plays.
Yeah, and if you're the quarterback here, think about where are my best matchups, too. We're going to have to throw the football at some point here, so where do I want to take advantage of this defense and what areas of the field, and where are my best opportunities?
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. The Golden Gophers want to move quickly. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off for the third time today. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Trying to make magic on the scramble. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, you're still happy to get the field goal.
He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup it. He's got it on the right. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Going up top on 1st down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Quick tempo here for the offense. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. With the catch, it's Jackson. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Looking to throw, it's Brosmer. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. 1st down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Snag in the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Gophers.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Minnesota 14.
Fair catch called for and made. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown to get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback checking off. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Terrapins will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sideline, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 28. To the air, it's Grosmer. Gonna take a shot. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
A couple of yards short of the 1st down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to move it through the air. He'll take a deep shot here. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the 1st half. And that'll bring us to the end of the 1st half as we head to the studio for halftime. And the Terrapins will kick it away to start the 2nd half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the 2nd half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the 2nd half.
You know, and I think if any of you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very 1st drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
From the gun, running back gets to give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Golden Gophers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Looking downfield, it's Grosmer. Throwing right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Now improvising. He's going to take off. Turns it on in midfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He caught it. Touchdown, Minnesota! And the comeback is on.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They're just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Gets it out quickly. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Edwards. Gets it to the back. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Using the quick game. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Just beautiful, and that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver shows motion. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Line is set on third down. Looking to pass. It's Edwards. Fires to the middle. It's complete. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter.
Maryland 24, Minnesota 21.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll run it on first and goal. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anymore.
And the D deny them on second and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Terrapins.
And what a nice play call and nice execution. Play action, you're thinking run. Quarterback pulls it out, throws the football right behind those guys, and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice job there by the quarterback, too, on the ball handling. He just froze the defense just long enough to help those wide receivers and targets get some separation in the end zone, and at that point, it was just an easy pitch and catch.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you play a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Pirouettes through. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
This offense is really going to try to keep the defense on their heels in the run game by doing it with different guys. It'll be running backs, it'll be quarterbacks. They may even try to get receivers involved in the jet sweep game, reverse game as well.
Looking to take a shot. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Normally, I would say, fourth and short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the fourth quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. Got room at the 35. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
And he's brought down after a nice game. The Golden Gophers headed quickly to the line.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Scanning the field, it's Brosmer. Right down the middle. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll leave it with him. Keeps the legs moving. Across the 25, he's got room. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. They'll try to power their way ahead. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. The Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the toss. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. At this point, the clock is like the 12th man on offense. I assume they'll keep it on the ground here.
I would think so, too, but I also want to get the score and end this game. Like, that touchdown puts me up by 2 possessions, ball game over.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. No reason to rush here. You want to be efficient. You want to finish the deal. But you might as well milk that clock.
100%. Make it tick. The clock is your friend. You've got the lead. You've got the football in good position. Hang on to it and milk that clock.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Caught near the sticks. It's Howard. Touchdown, Maryland! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
You know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Back to pass, it's Edwards. He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground.
And your Minnesota Golden Gophers will take over 1st and 10.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up there.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level the next time.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Unloads to the right. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do.
And they're on him in a heartbeat, and down he goes.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, in offense, you're hoping the run fix is going to slow down those pass rushes, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The 1st down sack pushes the ball back for this long 2nd down. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. And the Terrapins want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Terrapins! And the punishment has been extended.
Man, you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
They're bringing heat. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
21.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
We'll take over. 1st and 10.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. It's a reverse. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Try to get it to the edge. And the ball is free on the pitch. And the defense has it. Everybody reverse skate. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
So that's going to do it for us. Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter. As we'll see, the Maryland Terrapins taking on the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Golden Gophers will boot it away to start the game. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Line gets set. First down. He's going to pass. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gonna run it. It's Hemby. Really good pickup on second down there. Leaves him with 3rd and 2.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run, then you open it up for the passing game.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
At the 45 on his way. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The Terrapins are flying down the field. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. They're trying to get to him. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
And the Terrapins will have it 1st and 10. The give to the lone running back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up here.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, going up top. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Terrapins come to the line in the hurry-up. On 4th down, going to the air. Pocket starts to collapse. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
Taylor has it. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, taking chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, the ground game. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Brosmer. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's got it. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
He's going for the big play. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
And sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can.
Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stands.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Listen, I know that's not a huge game, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a 4th quarter game.
To throw, it's Edwards. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They've already failed to convert on 4th down once in the 1st quarter. Doesn't stop them from trying it here. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity.
And aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. He wants to throw. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And he's got it inside the 20. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Quick pass on the jet motion. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and short, the power run here. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Minnesota 7, Maryland 0.
And the Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Makes his connection.
My old coach said you'll never grow broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Power football with the run. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
They'll try to run for it. The Terrapins will move the sticks with the first down.
Man, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Quickly to the tight end. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
They come to the line 3 yards away from the first down marker. They've converted twice on this drive. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Here on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Edwards. Got his man. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter where the coverage is. You saw it right there on that one.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. To the ground with the back. Tackled, but he has a first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. First and goal. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover zero. When I play cover zero, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
Trying to find his man on first down. And his throw is incomplete. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 10. He's looking to throw. Now adjusting. Fires on the move. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They stopped him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. The Golden Gophers will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership. Come out here, lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive done.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. To the air, it's Edwards. Getting some heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Got his man downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground with the 41. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. He's going to run it. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Trying to get to it. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Terrapins with the 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. And a tremendous return will be stopped at the 28-yard line. About the only good thing that happened for the offense on that play, at least it wasn't a pick six. What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas, those old linemen, they're not going to be able to go make the play. So as the DB getting the interception, you know, if you can break that play and you can get past that level, it might be to the house. It might be to...
Snags it. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient.